Okay, here we are with another update for particularly Wavy. This time I'm going to be talking briefly, hopefully, about a fog of war effect that I've been trying to add to my puzzle game here. So, yeah, as you can see right now I've got a mostly black screen and I have a transparent area here where you can see the laser or the light emitter. I've got a slightly less shaded part around the transparent area. And, well, I'll turn the light on in a little bit. But basically, in order to get this effect, I'm using something called metaballs. And normally these are used for particle effects, or sometimes they are also used for rendering water or for rendering other things. But I've kind of reversed some of the shader code and some of the typical images that you would use for a metaball. And yeah, I've reversed some of that, and I'm using this to reveal certain parts of my levels. So other ways that I've tried to get this effect, let me turn this on. Right, we've got a mirror here. I can rotate this around. Keep rotating, right? We can hit another mirror and a lens down there. I can make it bounce through a prism and bounce off of other objects. Alright, something is kind of... Whoa, something is very wrong there. Alright, well that will be something I will have to look at. Yeah, see, something is really wrong over there. This is probably... it probably belongs to this. Yeah, well, in any case, I will have to take a look at the exact scaling there in a little bit. But yeah, like I've tried a whole bunch of different ways to get this. I tried implementing something like a direct fog of war, where I would just have a quad here, and I would like label certain objects basically as objects that would reveal areas of the level for the shader, for the fog of war shader. But this really didn't work very well because, I mean, when you have light is not really circular, you know, like it has these long beams that get sent out. And so the fog of war effects that I was working on were not really good for that. I'm imagining that the bug that I saw earlier is somehow related to this here. It should be going through, but it wasn't. Yeah, and that is probably related to the angle that I'm sending the light through. Huh. Rotate this one? Yeah, I can rotate it, but I can't move it. Alright, yeah, but in any case, yeah, so fog of war was not a really good way for me to do this, so I tried particles, like Unity's particle systems, and I would be, you know, rotating a game object that had a particle system on it to match the angle of my line renderer, and I would be modifying the speed of those particles, like on the fly, to make sure that they wouldn't overshoot their object. The problem with that is Unity's particle systems are not really easily amendable to script. Actually, like it seems like they set up the particle system so that some designer could set a variable, set them, and then leave that as a prefab for other people to use, instead of allowing them to be modified on the fly. Because I just had so many different errors when I tried to use particle systems, and just even when I copied the code from Unity's website, I was still getting errors. So yeah, so in any case, particles didn't work for me. Gosh, what else did I try? I tried just using the direct spotlights and point lights and stringing those along, but that also just gets really, really messy. So in the end, I decided I would just stick with this really quick, probably kind of dirty implementation here. And you can see for the most part it works well. Again, I'm a little bit... That looks okay. I'm a little bit... Yeah, like this. This is awful. Like that just shouldn't happen. This is okay. That's a little bit buggy. Yeah, but again, for the most part, this is a decent, relatively robust, and most of the levels that I'll be working on, they will not have, this random collection of objects that I have in my testing scene here. So yeah, in any case, thank you for watching.